Franco, you picked a good time to come back for 2 wins against Exeter and Saracens.
Yeah, it was great to get those 2 wins over them. Would have been great to come back against Munster and get a win over them before the break, but yeah, I mean, you can't really pick when you come back, but it was a great time to get back and get those 2 wins over them.
And 3 months out injured, you must have just been really frustrated, but at the same time working hard to get back during that time.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been injured for that long in like an 8-year career, so it was quite frustrating at the end of it. But at first, I must say the first 6 weeks was probably a good break for me. But at the end of it, it feels like you want to start giving back to the club and prove them that you're here for a reason and you want to prove yourself as well. So I came back really looking forward to play again.
I suppose actually when you've come from a Super Rugby season into a Premiership season, there is no natural break, is there?
Yeah.
So sooner or later something's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't play too much in Super Rugby last year, but it's back-to-back season, so and the Premiership is a very tough one as well. So it was good to have a little bit of break, but it almost got too long at the end.
And those of you who've come back, you seem to have given the team some momentum. You've got those 2 wins. Where's the expectation now in terms of actually what you've got to do? I suppose you've got to keep the intensity going at Bristol, haven't you?
Yeah, so they almost questioned us after the Exeter game whether we can follow it up the following week against Saracens. But I think this week's a real challenge because it's always easy to get up for the top 2 sides, whether it's Exeter or Saracens. You're always going to bring your A game. So Bristol brings a different challenge this week, and I think this is going to be a real challenge to see if we can have 3 great performances in a row. I don't think it's the South African boys or any of us being injured coming back. I think it's a squad effort. If you look at the training again today, the extra guys really bring it at training sessions, and that helps the guys perform over the weekend.
So it's the intensity actually of just having enough bodies to make training tougher, I suppose, that is making a difference.
I think it's probably having 40 great players in a squad, rotating, giving their best all the time, and I think there's a healthy competition between the boys as well, so that's really good.
And you mentioned there you and the other South Africans. I mean, the impact that you guys are having. Franco Marais, I think we're seeing the best of him after he arrived after the Autumn Internationals. Jaco Kriel, big impact last week after coming back. How do you all feel that you're settling in?
I think we're settling in well. I think a guy like Jaco obviously also felt like he had to prove himself almost coming back after injury. Master is just an absolute workhorse. I mean, he'll bring it to you every week in, week out. We just all want to slot in and do our part in the Gloucester's team this year.
We've touched on Bristol already. I suppose, they can be very random in their attack. They run from everywhere, or they can do. How difficult a challenge is that, A, to defend against, and B, to plan to defend against?
Yeah, it is pretty difficult. I actually ran a few times in the Bristol side this week, and you just throw the ball around all over. So it's pretty tough to defend, and Willie Hines summed it up brilliantly after today's training session. He said we will be under pressure at times against them. So at times it's going to feel like we're running out of numbers because they're just always going to run it. But you just have to stick to our structure and be patient in defence because, like I said, they will run every single ball and they will test us as well. So it's going to be a great challenge.
And for guys like you who've played Super Rugby, is that a little bit less scary than it might be for an English hooker?
Yeah, it's probably a bit more what we would have expected in Super Rugby playing against Bristol. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be great.
And also, as well as it being a West Country derby, you're away as well. You've had the great success in the last 2 weeks at Kingsholm. How important is it that you can take it on the road?
Yeah, I've heard that it's a really great pitch to play on, so I think we're looking forward to go on the road and play away. Like I said earlier on, playing at home, playing the top 2 sides is always going to be a big challenge, but he's going to get up for. So this is going to be a big challenge for the team to play away and to play Bristol.